Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In our last class, we discussed the electromagnetic model. Today we will talk about the vector analysis. But before discussing the vector analysis, let's refresh the scalars and vectors. What is actually a scalar quantity and a vector quantity? So a quantity which is completely specified by its magnitude is known as a scalar. You people already know about the scalars and vectors and vector analysis. So we will go through these topics. Scalar. A quantity which is completely specified by its magnitude is known as a scalar quantity. Examples are the distance, work, pressure, time, volume, voltage, speed, etc. Remember that in this course, scalars will be represented by italic letters, like the distance is represented by the italic letter D and the time is represented by the italic letter T. A quantity that has magnitude as well as direction is known as a vector quantity. It means a vector quantity is that quantity which is completely specified by its magnitude as well as direction. Examples are the velocity, acceleration, force, weight, gravitational force of Earth, etc. These are the quantities which need the magnitude as well as the direction for its complete specification. Remember that in this course, vectors will be represented by the letters with an arrow overhead. Like the velocity is represented by V with an arrow over its head, and similar is the case with the force. Space can exist in n dimensions, but in this course we will deal with no more than 3-dimensional space, and we will discuss this topic in orthogonal coordinate system. In orthogonal coordinate system, we will be talking about the 3-dimensional space. We will have different coordinate systems. So we will talk about the Cartesian coordinate system, we will talk about the cylindrical coordinate system and the spherical coordinate system. Now let's come to the vector analysis. In this chapter, we will be dealing with 3 main topics. We will discuss about the vector algebra. We will discuss about the orthogonal coordinate systems, and we will talk about the vector calculus. So these are the 3 main topics we will be dealing with. Vector algebra में हम एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ वेक्टर्स डिस्कस करते हैं. ऑर्थोगोनल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम्स. ऑर्थोगोनल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम में हम कार्टेशियन कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम डिस्कस करेंगे, सिलेंड्रिकल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम डिस्कस करेंगे और स्फेरिकल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम. Whereas in vector calculus we will talk about the differentiation and integration of vectors. We will talk about the line, surface and volume integrals. We will talk about the del operator, gradient, divergence and curl operations. But we will discuss these things later, like the del operator. What is the del operator? What is the gradient, divergence and curl operations? So our first topic is the vector algebra. Vector algebra actually includes the vector addition, the vector subtraction and the product of vectors. So let's come to the vector addition. Vector addition हम 2 तरीकों से करते हैं, by means of the parallelogram law and by means of the head to tail rule method. 2 or more vectors are added and subtracted either using the parallelogram law or head to tail rule method. Now what is actually the parallelogram law? How can we add 2 vectors? By using the parallelogram law. सो लेट्स सपोज वी हैव टू वेक्टर्स, हमारे पास दो वेक्टर्स हैं, वेक्टर ए और वेक्टर बी, और इन दोनों वेक्टर्स को हमने ऐड करना है. सो द रिजल्ट विल एक्चुअली बी अ थर्ड वेक्टर c, and c will be equal to a plus b. Now how can we add two vectors by using the parallelogram? So if vector a is to be added to vector b using the parallelogram, both vectors must be drawn from a common point such that they make a parallelogram. So we have this common point O, and both vectors must be drawn from this common point such that they make a parallelogram. Like we have the vector A and we have the vector B. So from these two vectors we made a parallelogram. Like if this is the vector B, so this will be the vector B. If this is the vector A, so this will be the vector A. So from these two vectors I made the parallelogram. और इन दोनों वेक्टर्स को हमने ऐड करना है. So remember that the diagonal of this parallelogram will be the resultant. The diagonal of this parallelogram will give us the addition of these two vectors. It means that this diagonal can be represented by the vector c, and c will be equal to a plus b. So this is actually the parallelogram law method, by means of which we can add two vectors. Similarly, we can also subtract two vectors by means of parallelogram law. Remember that vector subtraction can be defined in terms of vector addition. Like if we have two vectors a and b, we have two vectors a and b, and we want to find a minus b. If we have two vectors a and b and we want to find a minus b, so I told you that vector subtraction can be defined in terms of vector addition. Now what does it mean? It means that a minus b will be equal to vector a plus minus vector b. So vector subtraction can be defined in terms of vector addition. So vector a minus vector b will be equal to vector a plus minus vector b, where minus b is the negative of the vector b. Minus b is the negative of the vector b. That is, minus b has the same magnitude as b. मतलब जिस तरह b का मैग्नीट्यूड है, इसी माइनस b का मैग्नीट्यूड भी वही होगा, बट इट्स डायरेक्शन विल बी अपोजिट टू दैट ऑफ b. बट इसी माइनस b वेक्टर का डायरेक्शन अपोजिट होगा. लाइक इफ दिस इज द वेक्टर b, so this will be minus b. This vector has the same magnitude as b, but its direction is opposite to that of b. So minus b vector can simply be represented as minus ab into b, whereas ab is the unit vector of this vector b, which actually gives us the direction of vector. Like if we have a simple vector a vector a has its magnitude a and has a direction, and the direction of a vector is represented by its unit vector. Remember that a unit vector is a dimensionless vector with a unity magnitude having the direction of that vector a. मतलब ये a जो है ये एक डायमेंशनलेस वेक्टर है जिसको हम यूनिट वेक्टर कहते हैं विद अ यूनिटी मैग्नीट्यूड. इसका जो मैग्नीट्यूड होता है वो यूनिटी होता है और ये हमें इसी वेक्टर a का डायरेक्शन देगा. सो come back towards the vector addition and vector subtraction. Vector subtraction can be defined in terms of vector addition in this way. So two vectors can be added and subtracted by using the parallelogram law. So this is actually the parallelogram law. This figure actually represents the addition of two vectors. Similarly, this figure represents the subtraction of two vectors. If we have the vector A and we have the vector B, so minus B is the negative of B, and by making parallelogram from these two vectors, the diagonal of this parallelogram will give us the resultant, and the resultant vector C will be equal to A minus B. So two or more vectors are added and subtracted either by using parallelogram law or head to tail rule. Now let's come towards the head to tail rule method. Let's suppose we have two vectors A and B, and we want to add these vectors by using the head to tail rule method. So what is actually the head to tail rule method? We have the vector A and we have the vector B. So A is added to B. A is added to B by joining the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector. मतलब हमारे पास एक A वेक्टर है और एक B वेक्टर है. So A वेक्टर का हेड और B वेक्टर का टेल हम कनेक्ट करेंगे. जब ये कनेक्ट करेंगे, so the resultant will be another vector C that is obtained by joining the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector. We have a vector A and we have a vector B. So we connected the head of the vector A to the tail of the vector B. So the resultant vector C, that is equal to A plus B, will be obtained by joining the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector. So C will be equal to A plus B, and A plus B will be the vector that is obtained by joining the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector. This is actually the addition of vectors by the head to tail rule method, and similar is the case with subtraction. We have the vector A, we have the vector B, so this will actually be minus B. मतलब माइनस B का टेल और A का हेड, ये दोनों हम कनेक्ट करेंगे. So the resultant vector will be obtained by joining the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector. So this is the head to tail rule method, and we can add or subtract two or more vectors by this method, by the head to tail rule method. Remember that the vector addition obeys the commutative and associative laws. The vector addition obeys the commutative and associative laws. That is, commutative law. Commutative law is A plus B will be equal to B plus A. A plus B will be equal to B plus A. This is actually the commutative law. Similarly, the vector addition also obeys the associative law. What is the associative law? That is A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C will be equal to A plus B plus C. This is actually the associative law. So the vector addition obeys the commutative law as well as the associative law. Now let's come towards the product of vectors. Remember that multiplication of a vector A by a positive scalar. It means that if we have a vector A and if we want to multiply this vector A by a positive scalar, let's suppose we have a scalar quantity K, और हम क्या करते हैं कि इसी वेक्टर A के साथ ये स्केलर क्वांटिटी मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. मतलब दिस स्केलर क्वांटिटी में बी अ नंबर, मे बी 5 मीटर, 6 मीटर और समथिंग एल्स. So multiplication of a vector A by a positive scalar changes the magnitude of this vector A by k times without changing its direction. मतलब हमारे पास एक वेक्टर है A और इसी वेक्टर को हम एक पॉजिटिव स्केलर के साथ मल्टीप्लाई करना चाहते हैं, तो इसी वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड इंक्रीज करेगा, मतलब इसी वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड चेंज करेगा बाय k टाइम्स विदाउट चेंजिंग इट्स डायरेक्शन. बट इसके डायरेक्शन पे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा. इट मीन्स दैट लेट्स सपोज k is equal to 5, so we will get 5a. It means that the magnitude will be increased by 5 times without changing the direction. It means that if we have a vector A, so 5a will be like this without changing the direction. So in general terms we can write that ka will be equal to where A is the magnitude of the vector A only. So multiplication of a vector by a positive scalar k changes the magnitude of the vector A by k times without changing its direction, and k may be greater or less than 1. K may be greater or less than 1. So it is not sufficient. This was all about the multiplication of a vector by a scalar quantity. Now how can we get the multiplication of a vector by a vector quantity? So it is not sufficient to say the multiplication of one vector by another. The multiplication of one vector by another are the product of two vectors, because there are two distinct and very different types of product of two vectors. मतलब जब हम दो vectors का product लेंगे, so that product may be a scalar product or dot product, or that product may be a vector product. So there are two different types of product of two vectors. Like multiplication of a vector A by a positive scalar k changes the magnitude of the vector A by k times without changing its direction. So it is not sufficient to say the multiplication of one vector by another. This was the multiplication of a vector A by a scalar quantity. But when we have two vectors and we want to multiply those vectors, so there are two different types of product of two vectors. मतलब वो दो vectors या मल्टीप्लाई होंगे by means of a scalar product or by means of a vector product. So let's suppose we have two vectors, vector A and vector B, and we want to multiply these two vectors by means of a scalar or dot product. So how can we do that? Let's suppose we have two vectors A and B, और इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का हमने स्केलर या डॉट प्रोडक्ट फाइंड आउट करना है. सो जब हम इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेंगे A डॉट B, तो इसका जो रिजल्ट आएगा, इट्स रिजल्ट विल बी अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी, एंड मैथमेटिकली we can write that A dot B will be equal to the magnitude of the vector A into the magnitude of the vector B into the cosine of the angle between them. Like if we have two vectors, vector A and vector B, और इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का हमने डॉट प्रोडक्ट फाइंड आउट करना है. सो A dot B will be equal to the magnitude of the vector A into the magnitude of the vector B into the cosine of the angle between them. Remember that this angle theta AB will be the smaller angle between these two vectors. Now अगर इन दोनों वेक्टर्स को हम देख लें तो इन दोनों वेक्टर्स के बीच ये भी एंगल है और ये भी एंगल है, but this angle is actually the smaller angle between these two vectors, and we know that the smaller angle is this angle, so we will take the cosine of this angle. So when we have two vectors A and B and we want to find the scalar or dot product of these two vectors, so A dot B will be equal to the magnitude of the vector A into the magnitude of the vector B into the cosine of the angle between them. Remember that this result is actually a scalar quantity. This result is a scalar quantity. तो जब हम दो वेक्टर्स का डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेंगे तो उसका जो रिजल्ट आएगा वो स्केलर आएगा. नाउ आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन कि ये रिजल्ट स्केलर क्यों आता है. सो थिंक अबाउट इट दैट व्हाई दिस रिजल्ट कम्स आउट टू बी अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी. ये रिजल्ट वेक्टर क्वांटिटी हमें क्यों नहीं देता, ये रिजल्ट स्केलर क्यों आता है. सो थिंक अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन. नाउ वी हैव सम पॉइंट्स दैट ये जो रिजल्ट है ये रिजल्ट magnitude of vector A into the magnitude of the vector B इसी प्रोडक्ट से या कम होगा या इसी प्रोडक्ट के बराबर होगा. Because cos of theta AB ranges between 0 to 1. When cos of theta AB ranges between 0 to 1, so this result will be either equal to the product of the magnitude of vector A and the magnitude of vector B, or this result will be less than their product of their magnitudes. The first point. The second point, this result will be either positive or negative depending upon this angle. If this angle is less than 90 degree or pi by 2, the result will be positive. The result will be a positive quantity. If this angle is greater than 90 degree, if this angle is greater than 90 degree, so the result of A dot P will be negative. So in this case, theta AB is greater than 90 degree, so this result will be a negative quantity. The third point is that if these two vectors are perpendicular to each other, if these two vectors, matlab if we have the vector A and we have the vector B, if these two vectors are perpendicular to each other, the angle between them will be 90 degree. And this result will give us 0 because cos of 90 degree is equal to 0. So जब हम दो वेक्टर्स का डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेते हैं और उसका रिजल्ट 0 आएगा, इट मींस दैट these two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Remember that the dot product is commutative and distributive. It means that जब हम दो वेक्टर्स का डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेंगे, so they will obey the commutative law as well as the distributive law. That is, A dot B will be equal to B dot A and A dot B plus C will be equal to A dot B plus A dot C. These are actually the commutative and distributive class. So this was all about scalar or dot product. Now let's come towards the vector or cross product. When we have two vectors and we want to find the cross product of these two vectors, like let's suppose we have two vectors, vector A and vector B, और हम इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट फाइंड आउट करना चाहते हैं. लाइक इफ यू वांट टू फाइंड द क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट ऑफ these two vectors. So the vector are cross product of two vectors A and B denoted by A cross B is a vector that is perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. Like if we have two vectors, vector A and vector B, and that is theta AB. So जब हम इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लेंगे तो जो रिजल्टेंट वेक्टर होगा that is A cross B. So this vector, this resultant vector will be perpendicular to the plane containing these two vectors A and B. Its magnitude, the magnitude of A cross B, the magnitude of this vector is AB sine of theta AB, whereas theta AB will be the smaller angle. Theta AB will be the smaller angle between A and B, and its direction follows that of the thumb of the right hand when the finger rotates from A to B through the angle AB. Now what does it mean? It means that when we have two vectors A and B, और अगर इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का हम क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट फाइंड आउट करना चाहते हैं, तो जब इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का हम क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लेंगे सो इट्स रिजल्ट विल बी अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. इसका जो रिजल्ट आएगा दैट रिजल्ट विल बी अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. सो जब रिजल्ट वेक्टर क्वांटिटी होगा तो उसका कोई मैग्नीट्यूड होगा और एक डायरेक्शन होगा. अब व्हाट विल बी द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ दैट वेक्टर जब हम दो वेक्टर्स का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लेंगे? सो इट्स मैग्नीट्यूड विल बी इक्वल टू the magnitude of the vector A into the magnitude of the vector B into the sine of the angle between them. Now what will be the direction of this vector? So the direction of this vector is found by the right hand and its direction will be, let's suppose, represented by AN. अब मैं इसी डायरेक्शन को AN से रिप्रेजेंट क्यों कर रहा हूं? Because this vector will be perpendicular to the plane formed by these two vectors. मतलब ये जो वेक्टर है ये इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का जो प्लेन बन रहा है उसको परपेंडिकुलर होगा, उसके परपेंडिकुलर होगा. मतलब ये दो वेक्टर्स हैं, वेक्टर A और वेक्टर B. तो जब इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का हम क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लेंगे so the cross product of these two vectors will result in this vector, and this vector will be perpendicular to the plane containing these two vectors. और इसी वेक्टर का जो डायरेक्शन है वो हम AN से रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे और ये डायरेक्शन जो है ये हम राइट हैंड रूल से फाइंड आउट करते हैं. मतलब अगर थंब हम जो हमारा थंब है वो हम थ्रू द रिजल्टेंट वेक्टर डायरेक्ट कर लें और फिंगर जो है वो A से B की तरफ रोटेट कर लें. मतलब जब हम फिंगर्स वेक्टर A से B की तरफ रोटेट कर लें तो जो हमारा थंब का डायरेक्शन होगा दैट विल एक्चुअली बी द डायरेक्शन ऑफ दिस वेक्टर. आई एम रिपीटिंग इट अगेन. व्हेन वी रोटेट आवर फिंगर्स फ्रॉम A टुवर्ड्स B थ्रू द स्मॉलर एंगल, मतलब हम अपने फिंगर्स को A से B की तरफ रोटेट करते हैं इस एंगल से भी, बट वी विल फॉलो द स्मॉलर एंगल. तो इफ वी रोटेट आवर फिंगर्स फ्रॉम A to B through the smaller angle, so our thumb will give us the direction of the resultant vector. And remember that this quantity will actually be a positive quantity. and this quantity actually represents the area of the parallelogram. It means that जब हमारे पास दो वेक्टर्स हो, वेक्टर A और वेक्टर B, और ये दो वेक्टर्स पैरेललोग्राम के साइड्स बना रहे हैं, मतलब if we have the vector A and vector B and these two vectors form the sides of a parallelogram, these two vectors form the sides of a parallelogram. So the cross product of these two vectors, जब हम इन दोनों वेक्टर्स का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लेते हैं, so the cross product of these two vectors will be a positive quantity and it will give us the area of parallelogram. किस तरह? Like हमारे पास एक वेक्टर A है, एक वेक्टर B है, इनके बीच जो स्मॉलर एंगल है, this is actually the smaller angle theta AB. Now अगर B को हम rectangular coordinates में divide कर लें, so this will be B cos of theta and this will be B sin of theta. So the height of the parallelogram is actually represented by B sin of theta. B sin of theta AB is actually the height of the parallelogram. So the magnitude of the vector A into the height of the parallelogram is actually the area of the parallelogram. So that is why I told you that the magnitude of this vector, of the resultant vector, actually gives us the area of parallelogram. And remember that the product of two vectors, the cross product of two vectors will always be a positive quantity. A cross B will not be equal to B cross A, because A cross B will be equal to minus B cross A. So the cross product does not obey the commutative law, but the cross product obeys the distributive law. So this was all about the product of two vectors. So we have two types of product of two vectors. We have the scalar or dot product and we have the vector or cross product. जब हमारे पास दो वेक्टर्स हो A and B और उन दोनों वेक्टर्स का हम डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेते हैं या स्केलर प्रोडक्ट लेते हैं, सो द रिजल्ट विल बी अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी. उसका जो रिजल्ट आएगा वो स्केलर क्वांटिटी होगी एंड दैट स्केलर मे बी पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द एंगल बिटवीन दोस टू वेक्टर्स. इसी तरह जब हम दो वेक्टर्स का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट लेंगे A क्रॉस B, तो उसका जो रिजल्ट आएगा दैट विल एक्चुअली बी द वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. और जब रिजल्ट वेक्टर क्वांटिटी होगा तो उसका मैग्नीट्यूड भी होगा और डायरेक्शन भी होगा. डायरेक्शन हम राइट हैंड रूल से फाइंड आउट करेंगे और जो मैग्नीट्यूड होगा that magnitude will be a positive quantity and that magnitude actually represents the area of the parallelogram. So this was all about the vector algebra. In our next class we will talk about the orthogonal coordinates systems. Thank you. If you have any question, please write them down and you can ask. Thank you.